Hello there, my beautiful Pisces. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ariel, and this is going to be your 2025 overview reading for the new year. I hope you all are doing well. It has been a long time since I have posted anything here, but I hope you are great. I have been very busy. I have a lot of other projects. Me, a very typical Capricorn. I'm always busy with something, but I really love to still get in here and do these reads whenever my time allows. So I definitely wanted to get in and do some New Year readings for everyone. So Pisces, we have such a lot to look forward to for this year for your energy, and I can't wait to see what your tarot brings forward. So we're going to start with some oracle cards and just get some keywords and energies to see what 2025 is bringing to you. And we have, look at that, flexibility here, Pisces. I think Pisces are very flexible people in general. I think that what you're learning this year is very much about your own flexibility and how flexible you are. In this card, I love the tiger here, and a big reason is because in the Chinese zodiac, the tiger is aligned with the Western sign of Aquarius. And Aquarius is very independent, they're emotionally detached, they do what's best for themselves, and they also are tuned into the mass consciousness. So it's not that they're uncaring of others, but they definitely take care of themselves as well. I do think Pisces is learning quite a lot about that. You've had Saturn in your sign all of last year, and we're going to be doing that again this year, Pisces. And Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. Saturn gives you a lot of needed structure. It helps you to be grounded, centered, more careful about who you give your emotions and energy to, which is always an important lesson for our Pisces to learn. I know very, very well what that's like because I'm an honorary Pisces. I have Venus in in Pisces, and I definitely relate to that. And setting those boundaries, especially with Saturn being in that sign, has been incredible. It has been a really wonderful growing up kind of experience to really take take control back of your own heart, of your own emotions. And so even though it may not always be the easiest energy, Pisces, this year ahead gives you so much opportunity to grow up, to mature, to take even better care of yourself and delineate strong personal boundaries. So here on the bottom of the deck was the transformation card, and I'm just bringing that in as an extra message for you because I do feel that, you are transforming your sense of flexibility, how much you people please versus how much you please yourself. And it's a really beautiful time of maturation, of growth, and stepping into your own personal power. So let's get into a numerology card next and see which numbers are coming up for you this year. And we have physical activity, Pisces. So it's time to get moving. It's time to, get out and be active. Go enjoy yourself. Go dancing, go walking, go running, go swimming. Anything that speaks to you. It's time to be more physically active. Very, very nice. I feel like that's really going to help move your energy around. Your number is 67. The 6 and the 7 both by themselves, sixes have to do with romance, love, personal connections. Sevens definitely have to do with your personal direction and getting going and putting your information and your wisdom, into action. So I feel like this is good for your relationships. It's good for your personal growth. All of that comes into physical activity. On the bottom of the deck, we have communication with the number 33, which I also love that card because to me, 3 and 3 is a 6, and this could really lead to better communication in all relationships and aspects of your life. So keep that in mind. That's also there for you. Let's get into the tarot for you. I'm going to be pulling one card for each month of the year, January through December of 2025, and I will be clarifying each card as well to get a little bit extra info for you. So universe, divine energies, guides, and guardians. Let's see what we have for our beautiful Pisces folks out there for 2025. Show us whatever they need to see for their highest and best good. And look at that, Pisces. We're starting our year out very beautifully with the sun. And we're going to just lay out the rest of these, and then I will start reading them for you. But that's always a nice thing to see right at the beginning of a new year, a new cycle. Everybody so far has had the 10 of Wands in their spread. And the 9 of Wands. Everybody's had that. So I really do feel, and everybody's also had this Page of Cups. Very interesting. All right, so the Sun card coming up in January, Capricorn season, beginning of the year. To me, of course, the Sun is the most positive card in the tarot, so I feel like there is a lot of brightness, a lot of optimism. There could be many blessings coming through at the beginning of this year for you, Pisces. You could be feeling like, you know, finally some kind of dark night of the soul is over. Some kind of real struggle that you went through last year is feeling like it's not such a bad thing anymore. You know, whatever it was that you went through, it was like, yep, it was all for the best, because now I'm stepping into this new year with such a different perspective, such a much more optimistic feeling. And we have the Queen of Wands. So you could really strongly be aligned with some Leo energy. You might even be in a relationship with a Leo. If you have Leo in your personal natal chart, this could resonate even stronger for you. But mostly what I feel about this is like the sun is really shining bright for you this year. The opening of this year just feels so much better than last year's energies for you. You know, the Queen of Wands, she follows the sun, she holds the sunflower. Both of them align with that. You know, we have the sunflowers in both of these cards. So sunflowers may also be a really important symbol for you. You know, that bright golden kind of energy might really call to you. This is very generous energy. It's very bright. It's very loving. And I do feel like this is a great time for you, Pisces, as far as your heart goes. Like you're really able to be generous and shine your light while also maintaining your personal balance and power. Going into the month of February, we have the Queen of Swords. She is my Libra queen. She is all about justice, fairness, balance. Again, like I said, Saturn in your sign is helping you to lay down those strong boundaries. So you are not afraid to put your foot down if someone isn't treating you right. If somebody acts up, you're willing to speak up for yourself. And I am not mad at that at all. I think that's a great card for Pisces to have. So I feel very positive that, you know, as you go into February, anybody that tries to mess with your harmony, your happiness, your personal growth, they're not going to get to stay in your life. They're just not going to. You're much more inclined to cut negativity out of your life than ever before. And look at that. With the Six of Cups, this could even be toxic relationships with family members or something from childhood for some of you. Not all. For some of you, it's just one-on-one relationships in general that you're really being tough on. But the Six of Cups to me brings up nostalgia. And you might have someone say, oh, but Pisces, you know, how can you get mad at me? How can you say you won't talk to me anymore? We've been through so many things. And you're like, yeah, but if you're a bad friend, you're a bad friend. If you're a bad family member, you're a bad family member. If you're not good for me, then I have no problem cutting you out of my life if it, you know, restores my peace and my personal harmony. Take that one as it resonates, but that could be a very strong month for all my Pisces folks. I was about to call you fishies because you're fishies. Nine of Wands opening up Pisces month. That is coming in there. So to me, this is a strong card. This is kind of the wounded warrior. It's like you're embattled. You've been working hard. You might be kind of tired. You might be kind of beat down, but you are still standing up for yourself, which is very nice to see. You are still full of courage and strength, and you're still willing to fight for what's yours and what's right. and the Three of Pentacles. I feel like this could be work related in this month of March for you Pisces, because the Three of Wands has to do with collaboration. It has to do with harmonious work with others. And I feel like in order to keep your work harmonious, you're definitely willing to fight for what's right. You're willing to stand up for yourself, say what needs to be done. If you're not having any contention in your work atmosphere, this could also simply be that you have really good coworkers or people around you that if you need to take a little rest, because with that card, sometimes you do need some extra rest, you have really good people that you can help, delegate that work to. So it's not going to be as stressful as it normally would be. Going into the month of April, I feel like, April is Aries season. To me, that end of March is very much, early April is like the beginning of the astrological new year. So when this Judgment card comes up, I feel like that's a whole new beginning as well. I feel like it's a different kind of beginning than the solar calendar new year. But I feel like it's almost like a second chance, a rebirth. The Judgment card to me is the higher vibration of the Death card, whereas the Death is the actual transformation, right? The Judgment card is like getting that new life, that new burst of energy, something reviving that you maybe thought never could revive again. It's a powerful card. Let's get a clarifier on this one. Yes, Eight of Cups. Pisces, I do feel like there's definitely some energy of cutting certain elements of your life out. And this feels like, wow, you've got a whole new beginning on your life here in this month. And the Eight of Cups, it's a simultaneous beginning and ending. I feel like certain things are coming to life and beginning again, and as a result, you're going to let some things go, because the Eight of Cups is very much about moving on and, continuing your journey, leaving something behind, anything that doesn't serve you best, anything that's not for your best good or your personal harmony is on its way out, while this positive new energy of revival is in. Going into this month, and I can't help but just look at the similarity of the two angels here. You can see that with the red wings and the white robe. And that white robe is purity of intention, and those red wings are the wings of passion and emotion and desire. So it's really that beautiful balance of purity intention with the enthusiasm to make something work. Going into that month of May is the Temperance card, our Sagittarius major arcana. It is very much about purity of intention. It is about alchemy. I feel like you've had some major alchemy. In the first 4 months, I feel like there's this huge burst of personal positivity and strength and courage. And I feel like Pisces, for some of you, it's encouraging you to release any kind of toxic associations or situations. And in this month of May, Taurus season, it's so nice and grounded. It's a great energy for you in general. And I feel like this is a month of catharsis. It's a month of alchemy where you're, turning dross into gold, like you're literally changing something that was difficult and challenging into something that's free-flowing and happy and abundant. So really powerful vibes that I'm getting from your reading here. It is nice. I feel like this is, there's a feeling of kind of that purification, like you're really detoxing yourself and your environment, and you're coming through with so much more balance, so much more strength and wisdom here. A lot of personal growth, and it comes in quickly. Like you almost might feel like, where did all this come from? It wasn't overnight. Like you've been steadily but slowly but subconsciously working on this stuff. It didn't just come out of nowhere. This Eight of Wands, more Sagittarius energy. So there's a lot of movement in March. Many times, it is things moving very quickly. So your transformational powers, your alchemical powers of changing something difficult into something abundant and positive are super, super strong, and they're happening fast, very rapidly. Many times that Eight of Wands shows that we have so many good things coming in, it's almost overwhelming. So this could be an absolutely beautiful month. Going into the month of June, we have the Ace of Cups. So yet again, Pisces, this is a month of emotional and spiritual blessing. I almost feel like, this first 5 months is like clearing the way for something to just, like you're just in a really good mood by the month of June. You're feeling the overflow of goodness from spirit. It's like spirit is really blessing you here in this month. Whatever it is that you need the most, it's bringing it through for you. Sense of contentment, sense of spiritual peace, sense of, just spiritual divine love, or, physical relationship love. It could be that too. It's quite a number of things, but whatever it is you need most, Pisces, I feel like that's what's being granted to you in this month. And more fire. Look at this. We got our King of Wands. We also had our Queen of Wands at the beginning of the year. So for some of my Pisces, you could be meeting that divine counterpart that really shares that fire, that passion, but also that emotional connection with you. I also say King of Wands is absolutely going for what you want, not being afraid to take the risk, not being afraid to use your firepower, and go for what you're after. Going into the month of July, we have the Ten of Wands. So July may be a powerful month of wrapping up old energies, anything that's been burdensome to you, like you're just really letting that go. For a lot of people, that's a work situation. Many times Ten of Wands to me relates to work, because it's like, I've been working hard at this, I've been trying to complete this project, finally I'm getting there. Even though it can signal the end of a burdensome time or a challenging time, I don't find it to be a bad card at all, or a heavy card to deal with. It's more like a relief card. You might be really feeling like, I'm so glad that is over. I'm so glad I finished that. So glad I completed that, because now I can move on to the next thing. And we have the King of Pentacles. So whatever it is you're completing in July, Pisces, it might be something that brings you financial growth, greater stability, more resources to work with, etc. So the work is definitely worth the effort. Going into the month of August, we bring our Eight of Wands back up again. Why do I just feel like this year ahead may feel... There's parts of it that are going to feel really rapid. I'm seeing that in May, and I'm seeing it here in August, because the Eight of Wands is quick moving energy. One of the also traditional meanings of that card is, the arrows of love flying through the air. So, you could be meeting a lot of new people, or you could be meeting like the one you'll be with, long term or for a good while here, Pisces. There's just that feeling of positivity, coming through for you here. Yep, and look at that. It's like waiting for the ships to come in. This is not even something you have to chase down, Pisces. Like, these arrows are coming to you. You don't have to worry about it. Like, you've put in the investment, you've put in the time and energy, and now this is on its way to you. Very, very nice. Going into the month of September, we have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is, look at that, our little fishy in the cup talking to you. So it's very much those loving messages, romantic text back and forth, etc. It can definitely be the beginning of a romantic relationship for my singles. And if this is, if you're already coupled, you may just be feeling like, falling in love all over again, or the romance just keeps coming, and it's such a great feeling. And we have the High Priestess. So this is also very intuitive messages, Pisces. Listen to your dreams. Pay attention to signs and synchronicities this month, because the High Priestess is very, very in tune with her personal intuition. The month of October is our Two of Swords for you. And so this could be a month of decision making. You might have to make some choices. And I know Pisces doesn't always like making choices. They're a little bit like Libra, which is the energy of that particular card in the first place. So it's time, if you've been putting anything off, if you've been procrastinating on anything, Pisces, it's definitely time to take a look at what's coming up. You need to make some choices here in that month. And we have the Death card. So it could be some big choices, Pisces. It could be some big choices about transformation, about endings, cycles that need to come to completion. For some of you, it could be like, do I want to move or not? Do I want to change where I live or not? Am I changing my job or my career? What kind of personal transformations am I making within myself? The Death card is Scorpio energy, and this is getting close to Scorpio season in this month, right? Later in October. So this could be a time where you naturally, do the deep dive and kind of make some decisions about some big things in your life, because that Death card is the transformations. It is the endings of cycles and, the beginnings of new ones coming. Going into the month of November, which is Scorpio season proper, we have the Knight of Pentacles, which slows things down. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Haven't sneezed all night, so something about November for you, Pisces. It's definitely a pause, because the Knight of Pentacles is definitely an energy that slows things down. It's more methodical, practical. It gets organized. It makes sure it has everything lined up before it's embarking on this journey. So definitely pay attention to that. You may be saying, okay, maybe you made some big decisions here in the month of October. And then it's like, all right, I got to gather my resources. I got to figure out where I'm going, what I'm doing. But once you've got it all together there, Pisces, it is definitely time to get going. Let's get a clarifier on this. And we have the Four of Wands. That is definitely something I'm feeling a little bit, not for all of you. Keep in mind these are general readings, so it's not going to resonate with everybody. But that month of November, I was just kind of feeling like maybe this is a new home, or maybe this is someone moving into your home, or, something that's happy, though, because the Four of Wands is happy homecomings. It's a good feeling within the domestic sphere, so I would say this is probably a very positive thing. If you feel like you're connected with a soulmate or a soul, person, that could be a thing. For some of you, it could even be a Scorpio, because you do have the Death card, and that is the Scorpio card. And then again, in, the month of Scorpio, you have like this very positive, powerful, happy homecoming and celebration. So you could even be aligning with a Scorpio, which is a good match for Pisces for sure. Going into the last month of the year, we have the Five of Cups. So Pisces, if you experience any disappointments, anything that's a little bit challenging or tough in that month of December, take it in stride. This can also just be grieving old things. It's not always something new. Sometimes this is just letting go of something. And I do feel that there is something you've had to let go of this year. Maybe a few things you're letting go of this year. It's very much interwoven throughout 2025 for you, where you're releasing maybe toxic people, toxic patterns, toxic environments. Like you're really cleansing and purifying your whole system and putting in, just very healthy, very strong boundaries. And there is some accompanying grief that goes with that. I really do feel it. And you might, at the end of the year, it's around the holidays, you kind of might be looking back and being like, it's really sad that I had to cut ties with XYZ. But at the same time, Pisces, this card always shows the 3 that have fallen over, but the 2 that are still standing. So it's like not all is lost. And actually, if you turn around and look, the 2 of Cups behind you are probably a whole lot better than the ones that have been lost, right? So don't grieve too hard over things that you've had to release throughout this year. I think it's truly for the best. You're just learning. You're learning what's good for you. And, there's nothing worse than spending more time with something that's not healthy, right? So don't second guess yourself. You're doing the right thing. Let's get a clarifier on this one. And we have the King of Cups, and there you go, Pisces, because you made mature emotional decisions. And even though sometimes that's really hard to do, it definitely was for the best. I do feel like you have emerged so much more emotionally wise and responsible and solid within yourself as a result of the actions of this year. Really incredible reading here, I've got to say. It's really powerful, Pisces. I do feel like you're really strengthening your whole self up. There's some things you're letting go of, but on the whole, this is just a very positive, powerful kind of reading that has you just being a lot healthier and putting things you've learned into practice. Let's go ahead and draw a blessing card and wrap this reading up for you. All right, and we have a blessing on your day. So your everyday life, Pisces, is actually improving. It's getting better. I think, you may in the past have felt like I have more bad days than good days, or more challenging days than positive days, but I feel like this is a year where you're going to say, I'm having more good days than challenging days. When I wake up, I actually feel happy to get up. I feel excited about what the day will bring me, instead of just worried about it or stressed or tired. So this is really changing your daily habits. It's changing your everyday experience in 2025. What an amazing read, Pisces. I hope this is an incredible year for you, and I hope to talk to you soon. Take care.